on Iwtv News.
Talk about a Hall of Fame who's who. They've come from all over to hear from a legend and more. Bocce ball, anyone? Another special event comes rolling into Reaver Arena. Or maybe yoga is your thing. Not a bad way to relax and simply let it all go. They continue to come and go in Reaver country. Another sophomore night sees the light of day.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. Now we kick off this show with a bang. Football, baby. I mean, it's not every day a legend comes to town, let alone every high school football coach around. Now, of course, it's no secret. Iowa Western puts on a clinic every Saturday during the regular season. So why not in the deep freeze of February? Valentine's Day +2. Over 100 area high school coaches show their love of the game by pouring into the Reaver Performance Athletic Center.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Theirs is a fellowship of Christian athletes and more.
The Omaha FCA is putting on a coaching clinic, and they came around. Nate Holtz, I'd known him from the coaching days, and so now he works for the FCA, and came over to the facility and showed him around and wanted to see if we could host it here, and excited. Every time you go these you just try to pick out and get a few things. You're trying to get a couple techniques, a couple schemes. And then you got like Tom Osborne speaking, so you're going to get some maybe core values or just some of their philosophies.
Yeah, I hope you have lots of success.
There's going to be a lot of X's and O's. Then there's also going to be a lot of culture stuff. Coaches are always trying to find more culture stuff to use. Coaching the kids off the football field is just as important as coaching the kids on the football field these days.
You can go anywhere and learn X's and O's. You can go anywhere, but we work with a different athlete than we did 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. And the days of blind obedience where a coach just says, go run through the wall and they're gonna do it, they don't do that anymore. And so we gotta find a way to how can we coach to the minds and hearts of these players.
We're total mayhem. I mean, it's blitzing just about every way that you can imagine.
Then comes the blitz of speakers. Coaches from every level break the huddle with their expertise. All seems to stop when a legend enters down the steps. Former Nebraska head coach and three-time national champ Tom Osborne is greeted by Iowa Western president Dr. Dan Kinney.
Yeah, that's right.
Osborne, a major consultant in laying the foundation for the Reaver football program, gets a private tour of the locker room.
As I drove in, I could see some new buildings, and I know they're building a new field house down here, and that's going to really be impressive. Give them an indoor practice area, and they'll be used for softball, be used for the student body, and so they're really doing some impressive things over here.
And they had a short conversation, but Aaron's counted.
Primarily, I'm not going to talk X's and O's today because I have kind of been removed from that. I still could probably drop a play, but I'm going to talk a lot about leadership, a lot about culture. Leadership establishes a culture, and sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's unintentional. You have to exercise leadership.
Beat by an awfully good football team that's going to go roll to a state championship.
And that leadership is going to result in a certain culture on a team. And culture is a key thing in chemistry and
tomorrow, but it's got to end on Sunday and Monday.
And just all the things that pull together. And probably most of you spend most of your time as a transactional leader. You lift weights, you work a little harder, then maybe we'll promote you from the third team to the second, from the second team to the first team. If you're then on the other hand, if you're late practice, we're going to demote you. Mental part of it, the emotional part is really important because with the breakdown of the family, there's so many more kids that are growing up without dads.
Strong cover 3 monsters, last strong cover 3 ready.
Sometimes without mothers, sometimes without either parent. We actually, toward the end of my coaching career, had a few players that didn't have either parent in their life. And so as a result, there's more issues that you're dealing with. Then at some point, you have to decide what you're going to do, and that's where I would come in. and say, okay, I've heard what you have to say. This is a good idea. This one might work another time, not today. And this is what we're going to do.
We stop ourselves, they can't stop us.
I think also at one time the coach was seen as being right by the parents. And now so often the parents, if there's some type of conflict, they'll side with the young person. And so that puts a lot of pressure on coaches.
Listen,
And then of course social media and all those kind of things has made it harder.
You know, you knew it and you heard about it, but just listening today, some things really hit home about how he cared for his players and what he actually did and how he did it the right way. It's truly unbelievable. I'm very humbled by just listening to it.
Nobody wants to finish it, but that was a hell of an effort.
The high school coaches are so, they're becoming such great coaches that these kids are more prepared when they come in. And it's because of events like this. They're out willing to learn, willing to change, get new ideas.
Where you at?
Getting some autographs, a priority for some of the fans on hand. The 2019 Fellowship of Christian Athletes Omaha Metro Football Clinic. Not only a win-win for Iowa Western, but for everyone who passed through those doors. This clinic, more than just the game, the scoreboard.
And you don't want to run?
Nobody lost, and some were found. Yes, I'd say the Reaver Performance Athletic Center was the place to be. Now, just another sign that the Iowa Western football program continues to grow in stature and not just in the win column. And just a little reminder, Coach Stroh and the guys kick off spring practice Tuesday, April 2nd, the first of 15 practices, culminating in the annual spring game Friday night, May 3rd at good old Lewis Central High School. Football, baby, never enough. Time flies when you're having fun. Another goodbye game in Reaver Arena. From one B-ball to another. Try this on for size. Everybody wins when you come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
I've never tried this sport. I've seen it, covered it to an extent, but never actually done it. Bocce ball. You ever heard of it? You ever done it? How about the Special Olympics, an event that goes well beyond its meaning? Now put the two together and what do you get? Here's IWTV student Devin Holcomb.
As things start rolling, the Southwest Area Special Olympics Bocce Ball Tournament is underway at Iowa Western.
The Iowa flag is carried by Kaylee Holcomb from West Harrison.
This is an
a tie-in ball game. It's on a court which is 12 feet wide, 60 feet long. There's a small ball called the Polina, which we get that set first on the court, and then there are 4 balls of different colors for each of the teams, and the idea is to try to get your team colored ball closest to the Polina, and hopefully multiple balls of yours that are closer than the other opponents. So we're just going to have a 20-minute game today. Whichever team is ahead after that 20 minutes gains the victory.
There are many things the Special Olympics does. It builds self-esteem in the athletes, provides them an opportunity to develop skills, develop gross motor skills, fine motor skills, athletic skills, social skills. So there's a lot of importance there. Mainly, they love the competition. They don't always have the opportunity. So Special Olympics was developed so that persons with disabilities and challenges had the opportunity to participate in athletic endeavors.
Love that we have Special Olympics for the clients because that's their source of entertainment. Everybody gets together and they love it. Our son loves it because he likes to play the different games and he will watch and cheer for others, you know, so it's a good day.
Here to play bocce ball. Bocce ball. It's important for me because I get to see them have fun and do some interesting things and just do things they don't get to do every day, so it kind of gives them a sense of accomplishment. So, you like doing Special Olympics? You like? Yeah, I think she does.
You did.
Yeah, you did. You did a good job.
Good job.
Yeah, we might do a couple more rolls here too.
To me, there's a special bond to it. My aunt was special needs, and just the fact that we're able to do something like this for our community and for Southwest Iowa Special Olympics, it's really awesome. I think for not only the community to know that they can count on Iowa Western to be there for them, to help them out running their events, but also our athletes are open to new experiences. And hopefully, just like I had the opportunity to be embraced with the Special Olympics group, that I hope some of these student athletes, after they leave Iowa Western, perhaps they'll continue to get involved, right? And that's important to me.
Everyone attending this event feels embraced. This bocce ball practice tournament rolls into our hearts, achieving another victory for the Special Olympics. With your IWTV News, I'm Devin Holcomb.
Thanks, Devin. Now, you want to get away? You want to escape the rigors of everyday life and just breathe and relax? Got just the thing. The 7th inning stretch at high noon. Teachers and employees yoga their way through the trials and tribulations of an average workday.
The college wanted to offer faculty and staff an opportunity for a little relaxation and exercise during their lunch break. We go through some of the foundational poses of yoga, moving with our bodies, linking each pose with our breath. Some poses we hold a little longer, some just a single inhalation or exhalation, and then ultimately, and as you exhale, we feel more relaxed, more flexible, we improve our balance.
If you know me at all, I live a pretty hectic and busy life by choice. That's my design, and so it's appropriate for me to slow down a little bit and take a little time to really reflect on my greatest priorities. I really need time to relax. I need time to reflect and sneak in a little me time for myself. That makes me a better teacher and a better mom.
I did it in high school as part of my track and cross country training for relaxing to help me with my breathing, and I've never really quit it. It's just a good time to relax, help me worry about me and get some breathing and just mental health.
The primary goal, I think, is to feel a little bit better going through the rest of the day.
Jordan is fantastic. She has a very calming presence and makes me feel very comfortable based on my abilities.
It's a great benefit for us employees to get some time during the workday to get down here, do some yoga, and have some relaxation time.
And so down the stretch they come. Yoga at Iowa Western, helping make every workday not so ho-hum. And speaking of ho-hum, how about this weather? More than just ho-hum. How about you fill in the blank? Now remember, let's be careful out there. Safety first. Thanks, EJ. And now for this Hall of Fame moment, brought to you by the Iowa Western wrestling coach. Say what? Fan Appreciation Night is next, otherwise known as Sophomore Night, after the break.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where'd the cows go on vacation? New York.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Up and down. That sums up the men's basketball season. Want to finish on an up, especially in preps for the second season. And so it goes for the Reavers. Now tournament time is just a free throw away, but still time to correct things and get it right. Here's Iwtv student Brian Tesmer.
It's a stampede. Iowa Western welcomes Sunrise to town, and the visitors strike first, jumping out 17-10. Amadou Silva gets inside. Then Christian Bentley driving hard to the hoop, and Willard Anderson caps off a 10-0 Reaver run, and the home team's up 34-30. Manny Ugbo drops in 13, and Big Blue takes it 47-39 into the break. Trevon Broadway gets things started in the second half with 2 of his game-high 34. Caleb Huffman drives in with 12 and 1, but Sunrise keeping it close.
Nice job making simple plays.
The future Blue Jay Sharif Mitchell knocks down 24, but Iowa Western shoots 86.7 from the free throw line and sinks Sunrise 98-88.
Compared to the last game we're coming from, we didn't make a lot of free throws, so we had worked on it in practice, and clearly it shows that when you work on stuff, it will surely pay off. We needed them to win this game. As you see, we only won by 10. So if we're missing free throws, we would have had a way closer game and had to pull it out at the end. But I felt like throughout the game we made them. So at the end, we didn't have to go through like a tough ending to the game.
It was the game, and it was the game as much as it was the game on Saturday. And you know, you were kind because we were awful from the foul line on Saturday, and our guys took ownership of that. You know, and that's something that, you know, you're going to have opportunities to coach guys and get them to learn that, okay, from game to game, there's some adjustments you have to make.
The Reavers have now won 3 of their last 4. Iowa Western closes out the regular season with 2 of its last 3 games at home. For IWTV Sports, I'm Brian Tessmer.
Thanks, Brian. Now to a very special night. It happens every year, and it always seems to get somewhat emotional. And of course, it's always nice to win. Here's IWTV student Adam Ireland.
Iowa Western comes charging out against conference rival Marshalltown. The home team jumps out 17-0. Nene Williams from deep. D. Davis chipping in with the and 1. Davis with 3 steals on the night. Marshalltown just 18 points in the first half. The Reavers flipping out just under 50. Second quarter, Big Blue goes on a 22-0 run. Amy Brett from outside. Julia Rafloon spots up for 2 of her 10 points. Iowa Western heads into the half with a commanding 49-18 lead. Second half, more of the same. Kiana Ziegler with 3 of her 12 points. Kiara Dahlman leads the charge with 23. All Reavers by 70, 106-36.
All of our girls were excited about that they're going to get to continue their opportunity to study and to continue to play basketball at the next level.
I was really excited. My family came out, so they got to watch me the first time. It was special to me because it's technically our last home game, and we wanted to go out with a bang, and we did.
It was more about, to me, it was more about the team than me or any sophomore. I just wanted all of us to play good so it could be not just a memory, but like a really good memory for the freshmen too.
It's just a really awesome feeling to know that we've got these kids that they're hungry to be successful, and Iowa Western was the start of that journey.
Iowa Western has not lost in the new year. The Reavers have won 14 in a row. For IWTV Sports, I'm Adam Ireland.
Thanks, Adam. Now to the guys. Of course, sophomore night is coming and coming soon. But still, this is another shot to get things right, to get it better in preps for the postseason. Here's IWTV student Riley Teaton.
Tangling with Tigers, Iowa Western battling conference foe Marshalltown. First half, the visitors capitalize on an open 3. The Reavers respond. Trevon Broadway switches hands for 2 of his team-high 17 points. Christian Bentley with the steal. The sophomore goes coast to coast. But Marshalltown stays tough. Eduardo Lane with 2 of his 13. Item in transition. Trevon Broadway with a thunderous slam. The Reavers trail 36-24 at half. All Iowa Western athletes with a 3.0 GPA or higher honored at the bridge. Second half, Parker Hazen keeping the Reavers close. Iowa Western turns it over. The Tigers with the 48-34 lead with 13 minutes to play. The visitors shoot 50% from the field. Coffee with an easy look. Too little, too late. Manny Ugbo with a strong move. The Nigerian native finishes with just 7 points and 6 boards. Christian Bentley to the rim. Marshalltown wins its first league game 71-56.
I think we've hit 1 or 2 threes, and which is fine because at the same time, I think we do a really good job attacking the basket. And for most nights, we shoot a lot of free throws. Like the night before, we shot like 26 free throws, which can make up for the lack of three-point shooting.
It's been a very strong rebounding team this year, and that's why tonight's a little bit disappointing. You know, it's something that this time of the year you don't really want to have slippage and things that you've been good at because you want to keep working on some new things. You know, this group's done a good job of rebounding. And I don't mean rebounding physically, I mean rebounding from some adversity. And so we look forward to the following week here. We got 1 week left to kind of clean a few things up, and then we'll be ready to go.
Iowa Western falls to 2-5 in conference play. The Reavers with just one regular season game left at Indian Hills. For IWTV Sports, I'm Riley Teaton.
Thanks, Riley. And finally, last but not least, a special moment at State. We know this guy. He's a champion. On the other side.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Marshall Wellness Center, opening summer of 2019. Iowa Western.
When this news came out, not surprised. Three-timer, record center. He was more like a villain when he hit the mat, but even more so, a winner. And now his name is up there with the rest of the Iowa High School wrestling immortals. It becomes official at State.
He had 3 state championships and more victories than any wrestler in state history. Please help us welcome back to the state tournament and into the Hall of Fame, Josh Watts.
It's an honor. It's definitely an honor. It's not something that you go throughout your career and think about, and I was surprised that I was able to get into the Hall of Fame, but it's definitely an honor. I grew up wrestling at Vets. The barn or whatever, and to be able to come experience this is a little different, but it's nice, and it was enjoyable.
Iowa Western head coach Josh Watts joins the other immortals in the Iowa High School Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Let's give one more round of applause to all of this year's Hall of Fame honorees.
And so we're done. Again. And again. Just a little bit of everything in this show. Now, of course, the second season is just a bounce pass away, so stay tuned. And so, for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.